If this isn't no recoil scripting, then honestly, I don't know what is anymore. In this replay, we have repeated full auto sprays with the Beryl and a 6x scope with virtually zero recoil. And this guy isn't even trying to hide it. Multiple sprays, multiple fights. One of the most blatant recoil script examples I've personally reviewed in PUBG Battlegrounds. This replay is actually one of my own from PUBG PC. I don't play as much PUBG these days, but I do still jump in for the occasional match. This is a duos match. I got killed in a way that immediately felt suspicious, so I checked the PUBG replay system afterward. And that's when I found this player, a level 59 Bronze Bomber account playing together with another low-level account, level 54. The pair ended up winning the match, and after checking their match history, found they've played together 54 times over the past 2 weeks. This is the names off version of the video. There's a names on version published also on my channel. Now, after reviewing the replay multiple times, I don't actually think this player is using wallhacks or a traditional aimbot cheat. I think they're using a no recoil macro script. Specifically, what appears to be a recoil control macro or recoil compensation script designed to reduce or eliminate weapon recoil. And honestly, this might be one of the clearest examples of no recoil cheating I've personally reviewed. Now, the reason I think this replay is important goes beyond just exposing one suspicious PUBG player. Recently, PUBG released an anti-cheat developer letter discussing enhanced detection of macro mouse and script manipulation. Recoil scripts and macro abuse have been discussed in the PUBG community for many years. The problem is that enforcement against these types of cheats often feels extremely limited. In my opinion, no recoil is easily the most common cheat variety being used in PUBG, and the reason is fairly obvious. These scripts are often cheap, easy to install, and in some cases completely free. Basic recoil macros are widely available online. PUBG's anti-cheat systems largely focus on software detection, but many gaming mouse applications themselves are legitimate and commonly installed by normal players. That creates a difficult detection problem. Combine that with PUBG being free to play, and you create an environment where some players feel there's very little risk in cheating. If ordinary players constantly encounter suspicious recoil control, obvious recoil scripts, or repeated cheating without seeing bans happen, eventually some people begin justifying cheating themselves. The mentality becomes, everyone else is doing it and not getting banned, so why shouldn't I? And honestly, I think no recoil scripting acts as a gateway cheat for some players. Some players also try and justify recoil scripts because they view them as less severe cheating. Let me know what you think. Is it reasonable to think that no recoil scripts are the most common of all the cheat types used within PUBG? At least they are shooting from a crouched position. Now, interestingly, despite covering cheating in PUBG for a long time on this channel, I don't actually have any videos specifically focused on no recoil scripts or recoil macros. And part of the reason for that is because recoil control accusations are heavily debated within the PUBG community. Cheat deniers often claim that players accusing others of no recoil are inexperienced, salty, or unable to recognize legitimate skill. And to be fair, PUBG's replay system does have limitations. Replay recoil is not identical to what the player experienced live during the match. That part is true, but the replay system absolutely still shows recoil patterns. And you can clearly see that when comparing this player's sprays against the sprays from their teammate. So let me reiterate, if there's recoil during the live match, then recoil patterns will show in the replay. The patterns of live and replay will not match. Matching recoil isn't the issue here. The issue is the very obvious lack of recoil this player is showing. There's no pattern, just the gun animation bouncing up and down. This is what players mean when they say they were lasered from across the map. It's not a skill issue, it's an issue with a very real and common type of cheat used in the game. I've reviewed thousands of PUBG PC replays at this point, and I honestly can't remember seeing a barrel with a 6x scope behave this unnaturally. The recoil reduction here appears so extreme that replay limitations alone can't realistically explain it away. There's no aim lock or aimbot here, as they still seem to be manually aiming onto the target. I'll also be submitting this replay through PUBG's official Report-A-Player Discord support system, because I'm genuinely interested in whether obvious recoil scripting cases like this can still result in a confirmed ban. So let me know what you think. Is this simply an elite PUBG player with incredible barrel recoil control using a 6x scope? Or is this one of the clearest examples of no recoil scripting currently being seen in PUBG PC matches? If you enjoy these analysis videos exposing the cheating on PUBG, please give the video a like. And consider subscribing to the channel so you'll be alerted to future content. That was me getting mowed down. Yes, I was out in the open. I had no choice as the circle shifted and I had no smoke left. The headshot at that range felt extremely lucky, which is why I reviewed the match. Bronze Bombers strike again and win the match. Is this a salmonella-laced chicken dinner?